Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are back reacting to another episode of My Hero Academia. This is season 5, episode 2. It is called Vestiges. So, last time was mainly like a recap episode of the stuff that happened last season. But some important things that we got were Endeavor is in the hospital right now, and him and Hawks met with Dobby after they fought the Nomu, and it appears like Hawks is going to be meeting with Dobby again in this episode or in the future episodes. I'm not sure. But most of last episode was like a training exercise that Class 1A went through, kind of just to refamiliarize us with who the characters are, their powers, things like that. So I don't think much of any story with them progressed, other than knowing, they have most of them have their provisional licenses, and things are going to be getting more serious class-wise for them. So that's what we know going forward. I'm excited to jump into this episode. Before we do that, though, please consider leaving a like on the video. That would mean a lot to me. And please consider subscribing. That is awesome as well, especially if you want to see more reactions from me for My Hero Academia, for Shadow and Bone, the Marvel shows, really anything. Bad Batch. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction in this episode, or if you just want to support me outside of YouTube in general, head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description. That would mean a lot to me as well. But I think that's all I gotta say. So let's jump into episode 2, season 5 of My Hero Academia.
Well, I wasn't expecting to find you here.
What the heck? Hold on. Guess there's no captions for this episode.
Villains. You killed Snatch. He was a good hero.
Snatch, huh? That doesn't ring a bell.
Why don't we
Oh, yeah.
him and have a friendly chat?
I'll take care of this guy. I only have small feathers left, but I should be able to buy us some time.
I doubt it. This guy created like an inferno. Oh, what's up, girl? How you doing? Where did you come from?
Do it, Uchiko. See you later, number one.
Is this the teleporting man? Why does it look different than before?
And don't you dare get killed, Benji Todoroki!
Tell us where your friends are! Vanished. It's the same way they bounced out of Camino that day.
Yo, she ripped.
This is just the beginning.
That guy's got muscle, or that girl's got muscles on muscles.
That wasn't how you said things would play out.
Oh, is that a fact?
I preferred if you and I got along better, Dobby.
Thought you only had small feathers left after that battle. If I'm going to meet a liar in a secret location, I'm not coming unarmed.
The fight was supposed to go down at a warehouse tomorrow. Instead,
What?
you unleashed a Nomu in the middle of the city.
One on a totally different level than
What?
the one faced.
If we're going to trust each other, you have to keep me up to date.
Are they working together? What is going on?
Change of heart.
But you said you'd bring a random pro along. I didn't expect a number one hero. Now that's not very fair.
If it was a random pro, they would have gotten killed.
Injuries. I figured
I did what you asked of me. You're the only one who broke a promise here.
Think of it as me testing our pet pro to see if I can actually trust his word.
I couldn't help but notice you saved a couple of bystanders.
The more they trust me, the more intel I'll
What
be
the
able to
heck,
collect.
Hawks?
You know that, unless you're incapable of thinking long term.
Everything I
What the heck?
Be in touch, partner.
I liked Hawks. I thought he was a good dude. What is this garbage?
Infiltrate the League of Villains.
You're gonna have to.
Oh,
explain.
okay. I was like, what?
aren't you
To truly stamp out these dark organizations, we need more information, especially about that bioengineered human. Was that thing made using just all? If we don't learn everything we can about the League, then we'll just keep making the same mistakes.
Smart.
you want me to get close to the harm they
Okay,
caused?
I was about to be upset at Hawks.
I'm sorry, Endeavor. Really, I am.
Okay, so he's going undercover in the League of Villains.
Sand guy, right?
Have you ever thought about the families of those you murdered in cold blood?
I've thought about it so much, it's driven me insane.
I wonder if Dobby would turn to the good side. That would be kind of cool.
You only had to stay. Your left eye's still working, which is honestly surprising. I'm sorry.
This was all
Dang,
my
he got ripped up, son.
You should be more careful. If you plan to keep investigating this, you're going to need someone to back you up. A hero who can stop a Nomu like that.
That's true.
And you care about me so much, you'll be my bodyguard. That's so nice.
I'll incinerate you.
Once my feathers grow back.
I like them. They could be friends.
A kid? You mean a child saved everyone?
That accident was terrible.
I can't believe it.
This boy has a natural gift. He should become a hero. Please, allow us to support your family while we help him reach his potential.
Did they actually support his family?
A secret investigation.
If getting my hands dirty will help everyone else rest easy, then I gladly take on the task.
Alright, Hawks.
Name is Hawks.
Good dude.
A man too.
I want to live in a world where heroes have too much time on their hands. And I'll make sure that happens. As quickly as possible.
Hawks is a good guy, I think. So, hopefully, it goes well. I don't think he wants to celebrate.
Looks painful.
Now you match. Looks him like,
Hey, you two, you promised you'd be in good mood.
now we're the
Congratulations
same.
on finally trying-
Sorry, sis, but I'm out. I can't do this.
Wait!
I found out today that Shoto likes soba. I know nothing about my brother because you didn't want him to have anything to do with us failures.
Ignore them, Shoto. They live in a different world than the one I'm training you for.
For some reason, Mom and Sis are both ready to forgive you for.
But to me, you're still the maniac bastard who
Yeah.
ruined our family.
That'll take some healing.
But you don't act that.
Even if you're the #1 hero, that doesn't erase the past. Mom screams. Shoto's crying. What happened to our big brother, Toya?
What happened to him?
Change of heart. But
He's right.
Do you know what he's doing right now? Endeavor's
Hey,
risking
what's
his
up,
life
fairy
for
tale
our
boy?
sakes. Look at him!
Salamander?
I was actually super excited to see representation for fire types.
I can't forget Look Boy's passion.
Representation matters.
A change is coming. I can feel it. Some unseen thing you built up in your prime is starting to crumble.
it's the dawn of the age of Endeavor.
I still can't forgive you for what you did to Mom, and that's my choice to make.
It's fair.
As for being my
Completely
father,
fair.
I'll have to watch your actions to see if you earn that. Because I know something small can change a person if they want it to.
I didn't become
Dang right.
#1 the way
Why is it so important to be the strongest? Tell me, Endeavor. I'm sure you have a reason, if you look inside yourself.
When he said that, I must guarantee their future. If that's the job of the pro at the top, then I want you to know, I'm sorry for everything. And I should have handled that conversation with Natsuo differently. Even if it is too late, I'll try to make amends. It's my only path forward.
I had a dream. There was a beautiful woman with a fierce expression on her face next to me.
It's like the one when he activates One For All.
At first, I'd had a vision like this before,
Yeah, during the fight.
but this dream was much clearer than that one. They were the vestiges of One For All.
Previous inhabitants.
I can't talk.
Why do you resist me?
That voice, I'll never forget
All
it.
for one.
All for one. Neither of them have noticed me. Am I seeing the past reenacted?
Yes. Should be blatantly obvious. Interesting.
If I'm ever in need, will you lend me your aid?
Yes, of course I will. I can go home, thank you.
I'll help too. I'm forever in your debt after this gift.
Is this the world you call chaotic?
Kind of jacked that guy up.
I can use my power to restore a sense of order.
Hmm.
So which one of us is actually...
You just want to control.
What kind of... I will give you everything you want if you agree to join me. You have my word.
Say no.
Choice to those without me.
This guy's crazy.
Fantasy come to life.
He's a straight
It's
psycho.
like the world from the comic we read together back when we were young.
Except you gave up and only read through Volume 3. You missed the end. The Demon King ruled that fictional land, but a hero of justice struggled against him despite the horrible odds and saved the world. Don't you know? The villain always loses in the end.
True facts.
Dreams. I believe it's time you finally bend to my cause. I'll rewrite your story as well. Because you are dear to me, brother.
Let me go!
I've found a meta power for you.
What is it?
You will join me.
Please, brother!
What is the original gift he gives him?
You're the ninth wielder, right? I'm sorry, I wanted to show you more. You're barely using 20% of the power yet. Be careful. We're long past the singularity point.
What does that mean?
Don't be afraid. You are not alone.
Okay. So that was a good episode. Thrown for a loop at first with Hawks meeting with Dobby in the warehouse. I was like, what the frick is going on, man? So, it looks like Hawks was approached at some point by some government officials, whatever role they play. They're good guys, I assume. And they want him to infiltrate the League of Villains so that they can better take them down. So then they have people fighting from inside and outside. So he's going to be a double agent. And so the battle from last season, Hawks knew about it, but he thought it was coming a day later, in like a warehouse district. And, he, I guess, was not supposed to bring Endeavor. He was just supposed to bring a regular dude who presumably would have been murdered, if Endeavor was like struggling hard against this thing. Presumably this thing would have just massacred whichever hero they were fighting and probably killed a lot of people. I guess it was in an abandoned warehouse. Wouldn't have killed many people, just the hero. But Dobby switched things up, attacked in the middle of the city, and so kind of threw a wrench in the works. But Hawks is still working to infiltrate this gang, this league of villains, and he wants to do this because he wants a world where superheroes have too much time on their hands. So, I don't know. Should be good. Meanwhile, Endeavor is trying his best to be a better father and to be a better hero. He's meeting with his kids, and instead of reacting in ways that he normally would, like getting angry and separating them so they're like excluded from each other, they're all coming together and he's trying to talk to them, and he still has a lot of work to do and a long ways to go. But I enjoy the fact that he is trying to redeem himself and trying to do it not just like for selfish reasons, not just being like, oh, I want them to see me in a better light, but he wants to be better because he wants a better future for them. Like, the reason he wants to be the best he can be in terms of a hero is because he wants to make sure that their future happens. And yeah, I think it sucks though that like Todoroki knows pretty much nothing about his siblings, or at least some of them, because he wasn't allowed to hang out with them or talk with them when he was growing up because he was being trained for something better. Like, they were failures according to Endeavor, and he wasn't. So he like wasn't allowed to like mingle with them because it would rub off. But yeah, Todoroki is like, I can't forgive you for the things you did to Mom because, you know, that's not my place to forgive you for, but I will be patient with you now and watch your actions, not just your words. I like that. And then I really enjoyed what we saw with Deku. So he's having like this one for all dream where he sees all the people who previously inhabited, or the power previously was within, the vestiges of this power. And vestiges, I think as a word, is like the remains, or, you know, what's left or something, or maybe it means previous holders. I'm not sure. But he's covered in this like greenish smoke, but only his right arm and his head are uncovered, and I think that was like a visual representation of him only using 20% of the power. Like, the previous people were able to unlock 100% of the power, even if like their versions might not have been as strong as Deku's could be. They were able to unlock all of their certain versions. And then we get to see just like some backstory. So we already knew that All For One's brother was the first person to hold this power, right? Like, I'm pretty sure we knew that. But I think what gift did he give him? Just like the power to pass on other powers, or no? He thought he didn't have a quirk, right? But he did have a quirk, and his quirk was the ability to pass abilities on. So what quirk did he give him first? I don't remember if that's been explained to us, and I don't know if it exactly showed it there. But yeah, we get a nice little backstory about, you know, how this whole thing started with All For One and his brother, and it appears that it's his brother that's like talking to Deku, and he's like, "Yo, you're not alone. You know, we're gonna get through this together, bud." And then his arm is glowing. He shatters the window just by being awake somehow. So something's going down with Deku, and I'm interested to find out what it is. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. If you are one of the 25 people or whatever that watch My Hero reactions, let me know what you thought down below. I mean, there's not a lot of us here, but we're here. So if let me know what you thought of the episode down below. What do you think is going on? It would mean a lot to me if you would interact in that way. But I think that's all I gotta say. So if you liked what you saw, please leave a like on the video. That means a lot to me. If you want to see more of my reactions to this show or other shows that I'm watching, hit subscribe and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. And then if you want to see the full-length reaction to this episode, or if you just want to support me in general outside of YouTube, head down to my Patreon. It is linked in the description. But otherwise, thank you for watching. I will catch you guys next week. Peace.